and manage the complications of obesity along with the weight management. You have to do that. Why we always think that you lose weight and everything will be good? It doesn't happen that way. It's a long journey. Right? A pregnant lady, you say that you deliver, you will be good. My God, I am having hyperemesis. I want a relief. I am having a backache. I need something. At least a psychological counseling. I am not able to eat. I am iron deficient. No, no, you deliver, you will be okay. So similar way, an obese individual is like a pregnant female. So take care of the complications associated with obesity, like osteoarthritis. And you are going somewhere and you say, lose weight and then come back to me. How do I lose weight? So go to the gymnasium. Running again, joint gone. Bedridden, more weight. So do something for at least the pain part, so the patient can take care. You are in any way going for the knee replacement finally. Right? So manage the complications of obesity side by side. So what are those? So insulin sensitization, including whatever sensitizer. Manage the hypertension if there is hypertension in the patient. Manage the dyslipidemia. Don't ignore it. Don't say that you will lose weight and your lipids will be good. Believe me, the first phase of weight loss, lipids go high. First phase, lipids have to go high because that's the only way lipids can come out. Be vigilant. So if a patient is already hyperlipidemic, don't stop statin, please. Lot of anti-aging people are like, statin, no, don't take statin, it decreases testosterone, blah, 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 all that myth. A recent study was published where just by avoiding statin because of this rumors in the media, there was, I think, 17% or 22% increased rate of coronary artery disease and death. People stop statin. So please don't stop statin. Don't stop the cholesterol lowering agents. Don't stop that. Life saving and life improving are two different entities. Keep them separate. Let a patient live with being overweight. Don't kill the patient on the pathway of losing weight because life is precious. Right, sir? Manage the fatty liver like the way Dr. Jayashree Shah told. Don't ignore. Grade 1 fatty liver, normal, don't worry. Leave it. Lose weight, liver will be this. Losing weight, what is one of the cause of fatty liver? Rapid weight loss. I had a patient, lost almost about 10 kgs in a month. Believe me, recent I am telling you, 10 kgs, no protocol, just by behavioral counseling. I don't know. How can they follow like that much? 10 kgs, I was telling, don't lose more, stop here. Hey doctor, 3-4 kgs more, then I am going to Dubai for this vacation. Okay, then she did. Came back, doctor, I am having bad pain. Get ultrasound done. Gallstone. 4 months prior, it was no gallstone. So there are complications of obesity management too. Rapid weight loss itself is a problem. Manage the joints, manage skin, hair and aesthetic issues. Again, obese people are having their own issues and losing weight makes them worse. When you are losing weight, one of the common complications is hair loss. And then the patient is coming, doctor, now I am having a hair loss. Then you give multivitamin. As soon as you give multivitamin, patient starts feeling more hungry. Patient start eating more. Same circle. So you have to manage very smartly all these things. Look for the side effects of the medicines, what you are giving also, and manage accordingly. Manage the sexual function, or at least explain the partner about it. Everything is going good, patient is losing weight. Now a wife is losing, or say husband is losing weight. Husband is looking more attractive. Now wife wants something, but husband is already in a low libido. Now wife is upset. Doctor, what did you do to it? And really, we face it. And then, if the patient is already on sibutramine, again off-label, the patient is complaining of premature ejaculation. Again, in this protocol, what happens is there is a budget of a family. Say, for example, how many members are in your family, madam? Maybe 5 or 6. 5. So there is a budget, the kitchen budget, okay? And one of them is obese, right? And then we try to restrict the food of that person. So ideally, what should happen? The kitchen budget should go down at least by 10%. It happens other way around. Kitchen budget goes by 10 to 15%. I have done it. I have done this study, a very small study. Kitchen budget goes up by 10 to 15%. Why? Because what was being made before is still being made. And these 4 people are eating it. And for this person, a separate food is being cooked. You got it? So now the calories what this patient was consuming, now these 4 are consuming. The chance of him losing weight is there, but others start gaining weight. And the kids start gaining weight. So change the kitchen concept. Tell your patient, change the kitchen. Pay for one, others will get the benefit themselves. They save a lot of money in that. Right? That's what we have started doing in our clinics. Manage the menstrual irregularity. Females, big issue. One hair here and there is a problem. And one day here and there is a problem. And one of the most common side effects of weight management is the menstrual irregularity. It can be either a defense mechanism or it can be just a reaction to the calorie deficit. And that female is, doc, I have missed my period, or doc, I got it twice this month. Be ready for it, have the explanation for it, tell the patient beforehand you may get it. Don't worry about it, but inform me. I will take care of it. Okay? Most importantly is to manage the mood of the patient, because if the mood is good, patient is following things. If the mood is bad, no matter who you are, what you are, patient is not going to follow